Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready? 44, come on. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Shoot.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's complete, right side to Benjamin. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Taylor on 3rd down, throws incomplete. Cordray Tankersley, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Foles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
Let's go!
Here's Foles. To the right side and complete to Washington. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 2nd and 9, Foles. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Hey, check right field.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. He's got a man, it's Corey Coleman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Let's bring it.
Miller with first down and more. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Nah.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it?
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
13.
No gain on the play. Second
Hey,
and
64,
10
weak.
at the
Yeah,
Chargers'
go, let's go.
40-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Foles finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. First and 10 right at the 20. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 19-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
What is that? Cookies the mark. I don't think you got it, sir. Check 43.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch out. Tiger. What we got? Hey, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to go deep for Conley. They got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well. They weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
What we got?
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there, maybe.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Taylor will throw, and he's going to go down again. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Cordray Tankersley, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Tempo. 1. Bunt set. Check, bunt set. 12 mine. Hey, I-7. Hey, it's our house. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Oh, yeah. 13. Here we go again.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Here we go.
2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They'll set up to throw.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They're
going to look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Josh Lambo will attempt the field goal. He's a former Charger, remember, back in their San Diego days. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Let's get ready. We're going to work.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Go, go, go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd down, it's Martin. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Again, it's Martin. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Set! 380! Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. 13. Here we go.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Check 26. Check 26. 1-1.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 15 now. Taylor throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. Coleman, and he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. Here's Taylor. He'll buy some time right. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Tyrod Taylor. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Foles now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing on 2nd and long. Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Set, ready, go, go. Slam.
On 1st down, it's Miller. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Miller. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Taylor. Benjamin's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And Ingram holds it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Miller. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Badgley's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it. And
we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for our visitors, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.